Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a reading for you. Now, would you believe it? This reading is from your spirit guides. That's right, me doing a reading about guides. But yes, I thought you'd kicked a bunch of guides out of your spirit team and been in a war with them. Yeah, but we're not going to get into that. And anyway, now we're on better terms. So even though there's possibly thousands of people that might see this video, it's only your guides that are here for today's reading. That's right, one and all. Okay, I'm hearing take it seriously. All right, your guides need you. They need you to understand that you are more than the human life you thought you were here to live. This is the Great Awakening. And there is more than just you being a star seed. It's about you actually using all of these crazy, hectic gifts that come naturally to human beings, but we haven't been taught about that. So all of the clairs, being able to hover, making objects appear and disappear, moving things by telekinesis, by location. I know I'm laughing because it sounds silly, it sounds ridiculous, but Jess, you can't be serious. I'm a mere human. According to the guides, not true. You don't understand yet. You don't understand. Okay, so the first thing the guides want to say is, if only you knew how much dastardly shit we're keeping you safe from every single day. Terrible things, near-death experiences that you're having because you're being a mindless goofball, then you'd have more gratitude, because life is an utter miracle. Like, have you ever thought about the fact that you haven't lost your eyes? I think about this all the time. It's crazy. We've got these two little sacks of jelly right in the center of our face, and no one really loses them except for pirates. The first example that the guides would like me to use is the idea of eating a meal with full gratitude for the experience. It says thank you on the box, without being mindless, and to toss the phone away while you do it. Now, why should we do this? Blessing your food or saying thank you to the animal, thank you to the farmer, thank you to yourself as you're preparing the meal, filling the food with love. Why do we do this? That's what the guides want to tell you. Think about how many times you are eating every day, and then how many of those times are you mindlessly scoffing or multitasking while you eat. Being thoroughly present with the meal enhances the nutritional value of it, and it gives you a marker at multiple points in your day where you get to remind yourself that you are alive and that you're here and that you have something to be grateful for. It's reminding me of that ad in Australia. We have this ad for an insurance company that's like, compare the pair, same age, same income, same super contribution. And then over time, you see the graph growing for Sandra and breaking down for Brad because he didn't choose this particular insurance company. Isn't it funny that I can remember the ad, but I can't remember the company? So it's actually bad advertising because it was so good. It's like that. Imagine the life over time of you mindlessly eating versus you making a real moment out of each meal to remind yourself to be grateful for the incredible process that goes into the food that you eat. This is just an example as a metaphor for the entire thing. The next example we're being given is about patience. It's about slowing down and releasing yourself from the rhythm of your own desires or what you think is best for yourself. Again, the guides are saying what you think you want and what we know you want are two different things, and you need to humble yourself to that possibility. Here's the example. Hansel and Gretel, old mate, he wants a piece of that gingerbread house. He wants it now. He wants it sweet. But inside is a lady who's going to eat him, and he doesn't know that. Versus this beautiful mermaid who's in wonderment, just feeling for the next moment where she can create her own magic. There's a reason we're being called to slow down, and that is because we want to unlock our Super Saiyan human potential. It's because we're only using 2% or whatever it is, a small amount of your brain. And in the Great Awakening, all of these crazy things that you didn't even know, like, dude, I'm just saying, like, Power Rangers and shit. Here's the next example. A couple of years ago, I wish I could tell you whose video this was. I watched a channeling. Somebody channeled an alien who was talking about how to time travel, or how to slow down time and jump. And the exercise was that you have to look at the hands of an analog clock and put your consciousness inside of the hand ticking. It was like, make the clock slow down, but also stretch out the feeling of a second. And I haven't done it myself, but I would imagine that to be able to do that, you need to fully surrender your will to make the change happen. And there's a sinking or an opening that is required. And the guides, they're saying, I can't stress enough that this is serious, dude. You need to take this shit seriously. This is what life is about. It's boring at first, but once you can let go of what you're addicted to in your old habits, you'll start to understand the value. And I'm being reminded of, when you first start going through your awakening and you want everyone around you to know how sick it feels, and you want them all to understand how much better they're going to feel if they heal, or like how much better that ex-boyfriend is going to be if he goes to therapy. It's like that. The feelings that accompany healing cannot really be put into words. You just know that this is the right path and this is the right journey to be on. So it's kind of like sweeping, it's like a spring clean of your routine. It's an encouragement about why these mundane, kind of boring practices are beneficial. It's an encouragement that there will be value to come if you engage with your life in a slower way. There's a gentle reminder to look around your mental space. It is like a spring clean, inside your brain is a room. And so how do you organize that room? Do you have filing cabinets? Is there a lot of dirty washing? Where are you worrying about stuff that you don't need to worry about? Namely, money. See, this for me, I'm seeing Miss Piggy in my head with this net. And she's trying to get the money and she's stressing out and she's like all of this barbed wire and she's in her head, she's making it all up. All the problems, she's making it up. There's no problems in the now, and the only solutions to the problems you have in the now can be found in the now. So if your problems are future projections, then you will not get solutions for them, and you need to be more stern with yourself about where you're falling into old worry habits when you've learnt the lesson, you've seen it done, that you don't need to worry about this thing anymore. In fact, your worrying is creating the opposite effect. Weirdly, I have a message for just one person. You don't need to worry about your daughter. The worrying is creating the tension that is creating more of the worry to happen, and the events that create the worry, it's perpetuating the worry. By the same token, where are you not allowing yourself to really love being you? Where are the moments that you could just stretch it a little more to just feel the enjoyment? Even if you have a moment where you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, I look good. And then just, sit, sit with yourself in that moment and take it in. Because we've got bigger fish to fry. That's the message, bigger fish. There's superpowers that you need to step into. Magic is legit. Magic is possible, and alchemy is possible and normal and gonna be happening on this planet, and don't you want to be a part of that? So get to it, slow down, be patient, small steps. Oh, okay, if you made it this far in the reading, today we have the guides want to share a frequency. Oh, I knew this was going to happen at some point. So all that needs to happen is you sit here and you look at me. I'm just going to share a feeling with you through the camera portal, and you can receive it and take it as you will. I feel so awkward. I feel so awkward doing this. All right, I knew this day was coming. Forgive me for I feel a bit awkward. I might offer you some like light language with my hands or Reiki. We'll just see what happens. Just focus on my hands. And if you don't believe in this stuff, it's fine. You can click off. Trust your own heart. Just like, I'm not gonna send you anything weird. I'm just sending a frequency that's being given to me, and it's inside my hands. And so you can just focus on my hands and feel into your heart space. And the feeling is like an expansion of the UV spectrum, actually. If you can't feel anything, that's fine too. If the mind is going crazy, that's fine too. This stuff happens in the background. If you're not meant to receive it, you won't. If you're meant to receive it slowly, your higher self will take the codes and transfer them to you in due time. Codes are the future, man. I love codes. I can't really explain how this stuff works either. You just got to trust that it works. It's like beyond the mind. These things are beyond the mind. And it's probably why they happen like this. Why they seem so weird and bizarre. It's because you need to get past the mind and the meanings. It's almost like a threshold guardian, you know? These types of elevation codes will only be available to people who have open minds and hearts to the possibility that this type of like things like light language or anything coded that you can't see or that you can't rationally explain in the human world. I forget the end of my sentence. Okay, that is the end of today's reading. Thank you to all of your guides for providing us with those feelings and emanations. There's a part of me that wants to try and explain like how code stuff works, but there's also the fact that I don't know how it works. I just know that it works. And if you know it works, then lucky you. And if it doesn't work for you, that's totally fine as well. How exciting. Maybe there'll be a code with every reading. That's dope. Anyway, as I said, I don't know how to sign off at the end of these videos, so I just do it.